Hello everyone and welcome back to Funmathology. Now today's topic is how to construct an angle of 60 degree in a new way. So I'll show you a new technique. Okay, first of all, as you have already seen that we have done so many lectures on drawing angles of different measurement like 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, 45 degree, etc. Right? So first of all, what I'll do is on the left hand side, I'll draw an angle of 60 degree, what you already know and what I have already shown you in my earlier lectures. Okay, that is a very simple way and the fastest way of drawing it. And on the right hand side, I'll show you the new technique of drawing a angle of 60 degree. Okay, so what you need is, student, you need a protractor. So finally you can check it whether you have actually drawn a 60 degree angle with a compass or not correctly. And you need a ruler. Obviously you need a pencil. I'm using a pen for better visibility. Okay, and obviously last but not the least, we need a compass. And obviously with a pencil, I'm using a sketch pen for better visibility. Okay, so let's start. So what you need to do is, see, in a usual way, in a familiar way, what you know is that we need to draw an arm of an angle, right, with a vertex. So we have drawn an arm of an angle, right? So let's name it as A, O, O being the vertex. Now, as you know, you take any radius of your choice. Let's say you have taken this radius and point the needle of the compass here in the vertex. Okay, without changing the radius that you have taken, just draw an arc. Okay, the arc will intersect on the OA in certain point. So find out the intersection point. Again, without changing the radius, point the needle here in the intersection point. Got it? And again intersect the new and draw an arc intersecting the new arc. Got it? So here is another intersection point. Now what you need to do is very simple. Just mark the intersection point and join O and this one. Got it? So let's name it as B, and now this angle becomes 60 degree, and this is how we draw with a ruler and compass very easily a 60 degree, right? Now use the protractor. See, it's 60 degree, right? So we know this. So we know this technique. It's a very simple way of drawing a 60 degree with a compass and a ruler, right? Now let's learn a new technique. Now before moving on to the new technique, you must have heard about triangles. So there are various types of triangles. Now we'll use a concept of equilateral triangle to draw 60 degree with the new technique, right? Now what is an equilateral triangle? See, an equilateral triangle is such a triangle where each side, so I'll just draw a rough of equilateral triangle. Okay, so let's say this is an equilateral triangle ABC, right? So here all the sides are equal. AB, BC and CA are equal. That is equilateral triangle. Now as all the sides are equal, one of the property of equilateral triangle is all the angles are also equal. Now as all the angles are equal, the measures of each and every angle is 60 degree, right? Now we'll use this concept to draw a 60 degree angle in a new technique, right? Now for this, always remember, student, you need to draw a line segment of specific length. So let's say I'll take 5 centimeter. Okay, so I'll draw 5 centimeter, right? So I'll draw a line segment 5 centimeter and I'll name it as AB. Now what do you need to do? See this radius, you remember that we have drawn. Now try to measure this, means make it 5 centimeter. So let's point the needle of this the pointer on the B and try to measure the length AB, right? So now it has become 5 centimeter. Now please be careful and look carefully. Pointing B, just draw an arc here. Pointing at A, draw without changing the radius, draw this. So this is the intersection point. Now what is happening, student? See, so I have found this point. If I join this one will be 5 centimeter. If I join this one, this line segment will be 5 centimeter. Why? Because this is 5 centimeter. So the intersection point here, if I join with B, is 5 centimeter. If I join with A, is 5 centimeter. Got it? So if the teacher asks you to draw a 60-degree angle on from both the side of a given line segment, you can do in this way. So let's say, so I join this one. Okay, so I join this one and I also join this one. So this is B. Now, so this is an equilateral triangle where all the sides are equal. So evidently what will happen? Now let's measure it. See, so this is 60. Now this is also 60. See, got it? Now you have got this as 60 and this as 60. Got it? Now you can easily draw a 60-degree angle with the concept of an equilateral triangle. Okay, very easily, as I have shown you. So this is the familiar way or the usual way on the left hand side. This is very easy, and you can also try out this one to draw an angle of 60-degree on a given line segment. It's a line segment. This is a line, this is a line segment. Okay, I guess you have followed my lecture today. So thank you, student. Thanks for watching. I'll bring new videos every day, and I'll show you different way of constructing different angles. Okay, so thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye. We'll soon meet.